Hello, I'm here making some lentil stew. I'd like to be able to share the full process with you, but I'm not able to edit. So you really need some editing software and be able to edit in order to do that, to sort of whole cooking process. But I suppose I'm sort of limited in this regard. Like there is software for the phone, but I can't make fucking head nor tail out of it before. I did try. And really, I think I need a laptop. There's a Lenovo one for 150 left down in one of the second-hand shops, but I have to wait because I don't have any money. But I really think, and then one of the lads was saying like that really for the editing you need a MacBook. The Apple is much better for the editing. So even if I had the money to buy the Lenovo, I don't know should I buy the Lenovo because should you just hold your pace like and wait till you get the fucking, wait for the MacBook. If the MacBook is much better, you know what I mean? But I suppose I could sort of explain to you the process. The lentils is very good. I'm having a meat-free day, and it's sort of like it's time to clean house. It's time to clean house. Like it doesn't matter about the flatulence because I'm here on my own. But I'll explain. The first thing is, look, I soak the lentils, and then I peel the potatoes, peel the carrots, peel the onions, and chop up the garlic, and then I what do you call that with the vegetables in the pot with the oil stuff, sort of saute the vegetables or whatever you do, sweat the vegetables. I sweat the vegetables, and then I just add the stock, add the lentils, and cook it for the appropriate amount of time. But as I say, like really, right, I'd like to be able to video this, but I'm not in that position. You can have like the best ideas in the world, the best visions. Like I would have been awake this morning, like envisioning this, how I was going to go in the gym, envisioning how I was going to go in the gym, like a more or less a guideline of what I was going to say when I was demonstrating like how to do incline chest today, but I was going to do the machine. And then when I got to the gym was full of wankers, and as someone else said, people are very funny about people talking to a phone. Yeah, people are very funny about people talking to a phone and a camera, like, and in some countries it's socially acceptable, but then in other countries people can be, I know exactly what they're talking about. It can be very, very odd about it. It can be very odd about it. And then maybe they think, oh God, if you got a glimpse of them on the camera, oh, if they're on the camera, what I mean, God forbid, someone would see them on a video, but doesn't matter, So then when I got to the gym, like, this, you can have the best intentions and the best manifestations. Dr. Grease is always talking about manifesting things. Manifesting. I'll talk about that in a second, because I'll tell you the truth. It's hard to get me going, but by Jesus, you want to buy my piss, that'll do it. When I see those manifesting comes up, by Jesus, if you want to buy my piss, that's exactly how you do it. But like, so it goes down to the gym, with the best intention. And then you find, as I say, we'll just say the conditions weren't suitable, so I had to go into the ladies' gym and I had to use dumbbells. And I said, oh, I'm going to use the dumbbells because everybody has this equipment. But that's not the real reason. The reason was, as I say, it was full of wankers. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying you can have the best plans in the world, but you have to constantly be in it. You have to be able to adapt accordingly, you know what I'm saying? Like, not just, it didn't matter. Like, it didn't matter at the end of the day. I got the video done, and it wasn't as I wanted it to be, but that doesn't matter either. Doesn't matter what I want. But at the same time, I'm just saying, you have to be a little bit flexible with these things, And that applies, like, from the smallest to the biggest, But, it applies from the smallest to the biggest things, and people talk about the manifesting and all the rest. Like Seneca was saying, a lot of people are very fickle, They start one thing this week and another thing next week, They say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm doing this business, I'm doing this business, I'm doing this business. But and then 3 months later they're doing another business. 3 months later they're doing another business. 4 months later they're doing another business. Maybe they get lucky with something. I don't know. But that's not really how it works. And like when the likes of Dr. Grease talks about this manifesting, I'll tell you how manifesting fucking works. You set your goal, you set your eye on something, you set a target, and you fucking direct every action towards that target. It's fucking lock and load. It's fucking just lock on it with tunnel vision, and everything is directed to that action. Everything. That's how you manifest it. By directing every single action to that goal. Not sitting on your fucking plum or doing something else 3 months later. You're manifesting something else, or manifesting stupid shit like cars or bullshit like that, because that's only subject to exploitation. It's all great, I manifested a car. You didn't manifest a fucking thing, you went down, borrowed some money and bought. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? But that's how you manifest things. Lock and load. Yeah. I do like a beer when I'm cooking. I can already hear the cries, relapse. I like a beer when I'm cooking, and I like a beer after training, but I've explained this to you a million times already. It's full of V vitamins. It's good for washing out the free radicals. It rehydrates the body. And it's a malt beer. As I said, yeast and an organic compound is, you know how yeast works in an organic compound. So I don't really give a fuck for your opinion, but I do like a beer when I'm cooking. I suppose. What else was I going to say? I got these jellies as a present. Omega-3 jellies. And they're reasonably tasty. But you'd have to wonder, who the fuck buys this shit? What would possess someone to buy this shit? Huh? Then I remember one time I bought a camera bag. I couldn't understand why I kept going back to buy this camera bag. But I ended up buying this camera bag. And it was exorbitantly expensive, but I just could not figure out why I even was attracted to this fucking thing. But I did. I went back and bought the fucking camera bag, and then when I had the fucking camera bag, I was left wondering, why did I even buy this? I don't even need a bag. But I don't know if you ever saw the film Parasite, the South Korean film Parasite. If you ever saw that, the South Korean film Parasite, where your man found a rock and he carried the rock for about 3 days, and he couldn't figure out, no one else could figure out why he was carrying around the rock, and then it transpired he was carrying around the rock to burst it off some lad's head. And I could fully relate to this and fully understand this. But until such time as you learn to question every single action and your reasoning behind it, you're going to get caught like that bad at times. But most people don't even think about this because they don't think about anything, do they? But if you do start to think about things, then it becomes like playing chess. And when you get caught like that, you'll be solidly raging. Like. But there's all these little things. The universe has all these funny little ways and all these little jokes, and little ways of doing things. But if you want to play, you have to be on top of this sort of thing, You have to be. This is what they call awareness, not this horseshit that they talk about. This monetized concept that they don't even know. They don't even know what they're talking about. You have to be aware exactly what's going on, and mitigating it and working it. Making sure that everything that you're doing has your assent. Do you know what I'm saying? Making sure that everything that you're doing has its assent. Like I was only talking in the group today about Cicero's Archer. Because I was saying in the group today about the importance of Cicero's archer, like that you have to, well, Mike Menser said that protein is a scam, and the only thing that made it an essential requirement in bodybuilding is the fact that it can be sent by mail order. Now, Mike is sort of right. I do agree with Mike that the marketing of protein as the be all and end all is a scam. Because your fats is very important. Like see this here, see this here? I put this on my bread, I drink this, I cook with this. That's my fats. But that's very important. Your prebiotics is very important. Your fiber is very important. Your yogurts, your probiotics, this is very important. This again is probiotics. Anything fermented is good for the belly. But these are all different variables, and then you have to, I was saying about Cicero's archer. The thing about Cicero's archer is, not only does the archer have to go out and work on his ability to draw the bow, aim the bow, and release the bow. So not only does he have to work on this skill, the actual physical ability to draw the bow, because unless it's a compound bow, if it's a long bow, it takes considerable strength to draw the bow. So not only does he have to develop his physical strength, he also has to factor in all the variables, like the wind speed, the wind direction, the distance to the target. He has to be able to calculate and factor in all these variables and calculate the necessary adjustments to make. And as I say, this is not only, and then when he starts hitting the target, because when he becomes when he has developed the ability to fire the bow, and then he has developed the ability to factor in all these variables, then he starts hitting the target, and then he has the ability to hit it again and again and again. And this applies to everything. It applies to business. It applies to bodybuilding. It applies to everything. Like I'm a little bit pissed off today because I've come to the realization that I have to start editing some of my videos. I don't even like to edit my videos. How do I edit them? But for something like this, like if I want to make a little video on how to do lentil stew, I've come to the realization that I need to be able to edit my videos, whether I like it or not. This is just a variable, like. That you can say to yourself, like, if I want to fire, but I don't give a fuck about the wind speed. But that's not in your interest, like. You know what I'm saying? That's grand. Don't give a fuck about the wind speed. Best of luck hitting the target. You know what I mean? And then you have to practice relentlessly until such time as you start hitting that target. And it doesn't matter how long that is. There's one thing about me, I don't quit. I will not quit. I don't give a fuck how long it takes. I will not back down. I only back down from the bouncer training because there was an intervention. I have to get off this now because I haven't registered my account on YouTube either. There's a lot of things I don't give a fuck about that I really should start giving a fuck about if this is to be a success, you know. And that bothers me, but that's just how it is. Cicero's archer. I'm going to have to start calculating the variables, making this thing, Right, that's enough. I'll talk to you later. Bye.